Hey everyone, with Trades of the Day, thanks so much for being here and giving me your time. I appreciate it. I trust you had a splendid and sensational weekend. Just a small reminder, next week and the week after I will be gone for 2 weeks, so let's enjoy these 5 days together tremendously. The SPY up a little bit. This was a day trade that I placed this morning based on just the gap type that we got today. So it was a bullish gap and go, right? Here's the hourly chart, but the hourly chart was a little bit of a retest, a white candle gapping up. So I figured, all right, it's a strong gap, didn't really clear any pivots, nothing exceptional. Nice hammer though, right there. So that was the place to get in bullish. Trade up, trade down, trade up to the previous high, didn't get out, held, pulled back, and I was like, okay, well, obviously that's a strong resistance. Might as well take a small R, small gain there. And so that was the setup so far. I have one other one that's a very important one that I want to share with you, so I'll make sure that I update this one as well. So SPY 266.56 with a stop at 266.05. Here we go, 266.56. And again, this is just for your example purposes, so you get a chance to see kind of how I traded it, what I traded. You can kind of review some of those numbers as well. All right, so some of our trades. The most important thing that we've got to talk about, obviously, is Acacia. ACIA just getting wrecked today. ACIA. So what's phenomenal about this gap is this is pure classic bearish gap and go. This is sentiment 101, just getting trapped, getting our face ripped off this put sale. And that's why we mentioned this protective put at 33.36, getting that ready to go. I mean, everyone who ever bought on Acacia is losing money right now. But most importantly, these people who bought the last 4 or 5 days, just a lot of people getting trapped. I mean, this is phenomenal trader psychology 101, where stock gaps down and people are panicking, people are trapped, people who bought are losing money, and this is exactly what's happening here. So overall, the protective puts triggered, and they're helping. They're not going to offset the losses entirely, but we can always buy more. So you can buy more puts. You know, buying puts obviously as the stock goes lower, but this is a phenomenal gap. ACIA just going to keep getting wrecked. I mean, down 40%. Would not be surprised at all to see this continue even lower. At this particular point in time, the support's right about here. So we'll see exactly how we end up, how we end up on this trade. But right now, definitely down for sure. But the puts are going to be helping, and I bought some more. So we'll see if it continues going lower. I'm just going to kind of keep buying puts and keep holding on to those for a bit, because it does seem that this gap and this candle will likely continue lower eventually. Now, I will be selling them at some point today because I'm expecting ACIA to probably retest a little. People are going to see this as a slight buying opportunity, but then I do think ACIA goes down a little bit farther from this gap. This is a very, very damaging gap. So that's why you always got to have that insurance, always got to have that plan B, always got to know exactly your updated, your goal and what you're going to be looking at. Square. So we got the put sales on Square so far, just hanging out, doing its thing. So that one looks good. Alcoa is looking fine, and Facebook is also looking, relatively okay. We got that put sale way down here. So and I did update, by the way, in the journal. I posted the update of the chart, and I also posted it in this idea page, especially for those who follow me on TradingView. But that was a really, really good gap to day trade. Now, our directional swings. So Lulu, I decided that if we just keep crushing higher, if you want to continue holding this trade, you're more than welcome to. I would have no problem doing that. But what I did is I measured this green box is the exact same size as this move right here, which was from the last really nice trade. And we really just never hit... well, we actually did hit the 10 right there before we continued a little bit higher, but we still haven't pulled back at all on this Lulu gap. So my question is, realistically, how high do we go before we pull back? This will kind of come into play regarding how well you're doing for the month, you know, what you're sitting at, what you need, if you need to lock anything in, how much you need to lock in. I'm about to go on vacation, as you all know, so there's a really good chance I'm just going to take the profit at 93.68, lock it in. It probably will pull back at some point. I can always just buy it again, maybe even with the exact same setup, right? This exact same setup twice. Maybe it works twice. But I do think Lulu can easily continue higher for those who might have a little bit of a longer term time frame. You don't really need to pay the bills. You know, if you have a job, you're working, that type of thing. But this is a really good trade so far, and it's working out pretty nicely. Fitbit, FIT. I was hoping Fitbit would do what Acacia did today, but Fitbit, still just waiting on that one. That one's going to be really just depending on what earnings does. Dropbox, unfortunately, getting a little ugly, turning around for us pretty nicely. Again, I would have loved to have exited, really thought about it very strongly on Thursday, hitting this target, hitting this resistance right here. It just wasn't enough profit, and it would have been an intuitional exit. I don't know if I would have gotten a chance to update you guys in time for that. Fundamentally, I don't think Dropbox is anything fantastic anyway, so we'll hopefully see if we can get a little bit of a bounce, but we might get stopped out on this one today, and if not, I'll probably just take my lumps on Dropbox and just kind of move on, find something else, so consider that. And the reason I say that is because we do have a really good trade on Hess. So Hess is working out well. That one looks nice. 2 R's at 57.95. So if that hits, we'll exit all of that. FCX, we're up on FCX a little bit. Earnings around the corner, so that one looks nice. A big winner, though, for sure, Valero. Valero crushing it. So we'll see if we can hit 109.03 before earnings. I will exit this one this week. This is a fantastic trade. Incredible winner. Congrats for those who took it. And just really, really excited about Valero. So that one will be coming off very soon. Fossil, so here's FOSL. No, not doing too bad either, just a slow grind. Probably be getting out of that one soon too, because it's going a little bit too slow for me. So just kind of keep that in mind. BABA, so BABA today, just kind of chopping around. We're still in that one, end up moving the stop at some point. NVIDIA, still in NVIDIA, coming back to break even a little bit, but I like the lower shadow. Hopefully NVIDIA will bounce some. And then we got WDC. So here's WDC, and this too pulling down a little bit. So this along with Square, both of those are looking a little on the weaker side today. So that's going to be kind of interesting to see how that plays out. Salesforce, ticker symbol CRM. So again, some of these lines I deleted, but Salesforce, we're still in on CRM. We got a good pullback, right? 120.25, so we're only down about $1 or point right now per share. So keeping an eye on Salesforce to bounce. And then Southwest, ticker symbol LUV. So here's Southwest, and that's still open. So I know earnings is around the corner on that one. We'll be canceling that very soon, probably this week if that does not trigger. Now, the other official setup we can give today, I got one. It's going to be on MZOR. I do like the setup, 63.11 by 60. Well, we can make it 60.11. And make it just an even $3 or $2, sorry. $3. Yeah, I'm bad at math. All right, so MZOR. So today is the 16th, 2018, MZOR. And 63.11 with a stop at 60.11. There we go. And come over here to shares. And I think it's a really great setup based on a gap and go. Open because it's not triggered yet, and so we got 2 trades open. Again, a lot of these will get stopped out of some, exit out of some, lock in some, gain some this week, mostly because these are the ones I'm trading and tracking. And you know, since I'm on vacation, I don't want to worry about too many positions. We're profitable on some solid gains right now on a lot of these, so let's lock them in. Lose small, lose less money than you win, all that good stuff. Risk mitigation is key. Sorry, that's really based on a retest gap. Risk mitigation is key, and let's just keep slowly chugging forward. Folks, you're doing fantastic. Thanks so much for being here, and I hope for some of you to see some of you in the trading room with me, and either this week or when I get back in May. Feel free to join the trading rooms at that time. We'll have a Mentorship Monday on the 7th of May. That's going to be an exciting event, and I'm excited to trade with you and help you learn how to navigate this beautiful, blissful market that is in front of us. All right, folks, thanks so much for tuning in. You rock. I'll see you later. Bye.